Hare Krishna, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 29, text number 19. When one is fully qualified with all these transcendental attributes and his consciousness is thus completely purified, he is immediately attracted simply by hearing my name or hearing of my transcendental quality. Purport. In the beginning of this instruction, the Lord explained to his mother that Mad Guna Shruti Matrena, simply by hearing of the name, quality, form, etc. of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one is immediately attracted. A person becomes fully qualified with all the transcendental qualities by following the rules and regulations as recommended in different scriptures. We have developed certain unnecessary qualities by material association, and by following the above process, we become free from that contamination. To develop transcendental qualities, as explained in the previous verse, one must become free from these contaminated qualities. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the morning Bhagavatam class, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to serve you today morning. I'll speak from Bhagavatam for my own purification and also for all of your pleasure. So we are reading one of the most beautiful sections of the Bhagavatam where Lord Kapiladev is instructing his mother Devahuti in the science of devotional service. And the theme here in today's purport is Mad Guna Shruti Matrena. Simply hearing of Krishna, one becomes attracted to Krishna. And ultimately, our goal is to get attracted to Krishna. If we are chanting Hare Krishna, we are doing devotional service, we want to get attracted to Krishna and then offer everything that we have for Krishna. We want to serve Krishna. And Krishna is so amazing. Krishna is so all attractive that he becomes very attractive to some people, even they have not heard of Krishna. So that we get faith. He gives this few glimpses of his all attractive power. His Holiness Srila Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Maharaj was telling us some months ago when he came to Chapati that he was distributing books in Paris, and one Muslim boy came to him and said, "What do you have?" And when Maharaj showed him the book, this boy saw Krishna's photo and immediately said, "I know this guy. I know him. He's amazing." So Keshav Maharaj told him, "How do you know him?" "No, I saw him when I went to India. I went to one place in one temple." So Keshav Maharaj said, "You went to India?" He said, "Yeah, I'm a Muslim. I'm from Paris, but I went on a holiday with my friends and we went to one temple in one Indian town, city. And there I saw a statue of this boy. And ever since I've been only thinking of him." So Keshav Maharaj said, "Which city was this?" So this boy, Muslim boy, is telling Keshav Maharaj, "You wouldn't know. It's a place in India." So Keshav Maharaj said, "No, you can try me. You can tell me." So this boy said, "It's a place called Jaipur. And there's a temple called Radha Govinda. And there I went and saw this same person. So is Govinda and Krishna same?" So he said, "Yes, they are same." And he said, and then this boy is telling Keshav Maharaj, "Trust me, I've been thinking of this," he called statue, but we know it's a deity. He said, "I've been thinking of this statue, this deity for so long. And ever since I saw him once, my heart is beating with so much joy." So this is a power. What probability would he have? This is actually, I also had a similar experience when I went to Moscow many years ago with Radha Gopinath Prabhu. In Moscow, I met one boy called Alex, and I asked him how he became a devotee. I joined the temple, he was a brahmachari. I asked him how you are staying here. He said he didn't know anything about India. He just knew one place in India, Goa. And I don't know if you are aware, Goa is a very spiritual place. Goa has many, many beautiful temples, many amazing places. But unfortunately, Goa is not known for its spiritual power. It's known for sense gratification. So this boy with his friends, two other friends, they went to Goa for enjoying sense gratification. So he said after enjoying in Goa, they had to take a flight back to Moscow from Bombay. So they said we will travel by road to Bombay from Goa. So he said in one of the villages, as they were traveling through the Konkan region, they came to a temple of Krishna. He said that time I didn't know what it was. But I saw this deity of Krishna there and I was so amazed and attracted. And the pujari, the priest there gave us Mahaprasad, Khichdi. It was so intoxicating. And so then I asked him, which temple was this? Which town was this? Was it Ratnagiri? Was it which place in Goa, that area? He didn't remember. He just remembers it's a Krishna temple. He remembers the prasad and he remembers how Krishna is so attractive. He says, after I came back to Moscow, I forgot everything about that Goa trip. I was only remembering that temple. And I was just searching desperately, where can I find this deity again or this temple again? And then one of my office colleagues gave me a Bhagavad Gita as it is. And I saw that Gita and I saw the Krishna's photo. And then I saw the temple. There is a temple there called Dinamo, the place. He went there and he became a devotee and he joined next day. And he had been serving there for 4 years when I went. So what does this all prove? This proves Krishna is all attractive. And what this Muslim boy went through, what Alex went through, is what Rupa Goswami says in his prayers. Smeram bangi traya parichitam sachi vistirna drishti vamsi nesto darakishalayam ujvalam chandrakena govindakyam hari tanumya keshitirto pakanthe ma prekshishthastava sakhe yadi bandhu sange strirange. He's basically writing about a conversation between two gopis. One gopi is telling another gopi, my dear friend, don't go to Keshi Ghat on the bank of Yamuna. There is a threefold bending form of one very mischievous young boy who with his sidelong glances will steal your heart. He's as beautiful as a full moon. Vistirna drishtim, he will cast his sidelong glance on you. And he plays his flute. Vamsi neftodara kishalayam ujvalam chandrakena. He is resplendent like the full moon. His name is Govinda. Govinda khyamari tanumya keshitito pakanthe. Don't go on the bank of Keshi. If you are attached to your family, your relatives, and your friends, don't go to Yamuna. Basically, what Rupa Goswami is saying, go to Yamuna. Get attracted to Krishna. But it's a very poetic way of saying, don't go there if you're attached to your family and friends. And that's what happened to these two boys, Alex and this Muslim boy. Because Krishna, not only the name Krishna, the word Krishna is so powerful. It's not an ordinary word. There is, I don't know if you are aware, I still have it on my phone, I can show it to you. I watch this video every 3-4 days. One WhatsApp video became viral last year. And I've saved that video ever since. It's an amazing video. In Kerala, in India, there was a music contest, like Indian Idol. So small girls are taking part, boys and girls. They have to sing a bhajan, any song, mundane song. So one girl sang Krishna song. So like that video is about 3 different contests, where 3 different set of participants, 3 different set of judges, and 3 different places, 3 different television channels. And in all these shows, one of the contestants is singing the same popular folk song of Kerala, which is about a Krishna's bhajan. And the last 1 minute of that singing is a high-pitched chanting of Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. I can't imitate. So these girls, 7-8-year-old girls, are singing Krishna. And all the 3 singers, in that last 30-40 seconds of intense high-pitched chanting, singing of Krishna, all of them broke down. They were crying. They were actually sobbing intensely. And the judges were had also tears in eyes. And one of the girls was a Muslim girl. She had hijab. They all were singing this popular Krishna bhajan. Krishna, and they're like, what is it about Krishna that, I mean, they have come there for a mundane competition singing a popular song. So how do you explain this? This is what Srila Prabhupada said. Krishna is all attractive. When we chant Krishna's name, we get completely purified. And this is our Krishna. Is all loving, all attractive, beautiful, kind. And somehow or the other, we have to fix our mind on Krishna. We have to fix our mind on Shri Shri Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha. That is why by Prabhupada's mercy, by Malti Mataji's Siddha GBC and Yugal Kishore Prabhu, His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj, all of their wonderful efforts, we have Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha here. We can just take darshan of the deities and pray to Krishna, chant Krishna's names. Yena kena prakarena manha Krishna niveshe. Rupa Goswami says, somehow or the other, fix your mind on Krishna. And there's no disqualification. You could be a Muslim boy in Paris. You could be a Russian boy called Alex. You could be a small girl in Kerala, a Muslim girl in Kerala. Anyone can get attracted to Krishna. And you know the best part of Krishna? Not just these boys and girls and Christians and Muslims, even animals are attracted to Krishna. We have one Srila Prabhupada disciple, His Holiness Srila Janananda Swami Maharaj. I spent time with him when I was in Paris 3 months ago. He's such an amazing devotee, so sweet and so jovial, so loving. He written a book called Animals in Krishna Consciousness. How animals have got attracted to Krishna. It's amazing. I've seen that book. In fact, in our Govardhaniko village in Mumbai, we have one dog, Mangal. That dog every day comes for Mangalarti. On Ekadashi, eats only Ekadashi Prasad. And he comes, of course, he knows the etiquette, he doesn't enter the temple hall. He just outside the temple is wagging his tail at whoever is going for darshan. That's why the devotees named him Mangal, because he comes for Mangalarti every day. So animals are also attracted. In Vrindavan, the bees, they're humming. And they're always surrounding Krishna. They're called as Ali. One devotee also called Ali Krishna Das. Ali is bumblebee in Sanskrit, not Muhammad Ali. Ali. Ali is a Sanskrit name for bee. So Bhagavatam contains many references of Ali. Krishna loves Ali, the bumblebee. And the bumblebees are always with Krishna, 24 hours making this buzzing sound. And Krishna doesn't get irritated. If a bee is around you, Jai Shri Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Bhagwan ki Jai. Srinitaya Patita Pavan Gaurari Bhagwan ki Jai. How will you feel if a bee is constantly humming around you? You'll say, get out, leave me alone, right? But Krishna doesn't do that. Krishna is happy to have the bees because they love Krishna. It's amazing. See, as a preacher, I can tell you this. When we preach, when we are with people, we sometimes don't want people around us. We just want to be alone. But Krishna doesn't feel like that. Oh, he's irritating me. He's constantly singing. Never do that. I remember when I was new, one preacher Prabhuji was always behind me only. And when I joined the ashram, he was not available only. I had to run behind him after I joined. Before I joined, he was running behind me. But Krishna is not like that. The bees are constantly, and the bees are said to be more fortunate than the gopis. Because the gopis, in the daytime, Krishna is not with them. And the cowherd boys, they are with Krishna in the daytime. But night time, they are not there. So in the daytime, the gopis are looking at the western direction, and they are looking at the sun. Come on, set fast. Let Krishna come back from the forest of Vrindavan. We are waiting for Krishna. Why are you going slow? Oh son, go fast. Is there some traffic jam? Go fast. Set. We want Krishna to come back. And in the night time, the gopas, the Krishna's friends are looking at the eastern direction and telling, son, rise fast. We want to run to Mother Yashoda's house and catch Krishna and go with him to the forest. So the boys can't get always access to Krishna, gopis can't get always access to Krishna, but the bees are 24 hours humming around Krishna, even when he's taking bath. So Krishna is not irritated. The Bhagavatam describes even the deer. Deer are actually very cowardly animals. If you go near deer, they run away. But deer, they come running to Krishna. And how do they express love? Like how did these three small girls in Kerala express love? By singing, right? How does a bee express love? By humming, buzzing. Buzz. You know how the deer express love for Krishna? Danyasma mudagatayo piharinya eta ya nanda nandanamupata vichitra vesham akarnya venuranitam saha Krishna sara pujam the durvirichitam pranayavaloke. So the gopi is telling another gopi, look at this deer. They are so blessed, they are so fortunate, they are able to come running to Krishna along with their husbands. Unlike us, we go to Krishna without our husbands. Ya Nanda Nandanamupata Vichitra Vesham. And when Krishna is dressed in beautiful dress, these deer run to Krishna. And when they hear Krishna's flute, Akarnya Venuranitam Saha Krishna Sara, they give up everything and they run towards Krishna. And they worship Krishna. How? Pujam the Durvirechitam Pranayavaloke. Simply by looking at Krishna, they are worshipping Krishna. Because they are not able to do anything else, so they keep looking at Krishna with love. And Krishna also understands that their affectionate glance is simply an expression of love. So therefore, if you see, Bhagavatam is all of this. What Prabhupada is writing here, that attracted to Krishna. Are we getting attracted to Krishna? Can we fix our consciousness on Krishna? Can we come closer to Krishna? We have to constantly keep asking this question to ourselves and somehow come closer to Krishna. And because we are reading third canto, Kapiladev section. In this section, Kapiladev tells us how we can all get attracted to Krishna. He is giving many instructions. In fact, he tells his mother a beautiful verse. I hope I remember it. Sachintayet Bhagavatas Charanaravindam Vajrankushadvaja Rualanchanadhim Uttunga Rakta Vilasam Nakachakravala Josna Pirahadamahad Hridayandakaram. A beautiful verse. It gives up. Sometimes devotees say in ISKCON, how can we get attracted to Krishna? How questions are very common. For anything, any class you do in the end, how? If you give on humility, how to become humble? We should love Krishna, how to love Krishna? We should chant Hare Krishna, how to chant Hare Krishna? So now, today we have spoken about how the goal is to get attracted to Krishna. I'm sure this question will come. How can I get attracted to Krishna? So Kapiladev is saying, Sachintayet. Constantly remember what? Sachintayet Bhagavatas Charanaravindam, the lotus feet of Krishna, the lotus feet of Gopijana Vallabha. What is there in the lotus feet? Now, he's saying, go further in your meditation. Vajrankushadvajasaru rualanchanadhim. He says, when you meditate on Krishna's lotus feet, so basically, you take darshan, then close your eyes later on when you're alone, and meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna, and there you see 4 signs. Meditate on those 4 signs in Krishna's lotus feet. What are those? Vajrankushadvajasaruruha. Vajra means thunderbolt. Ankusha means an elephant goad. Dvaja means a flag. And Saroruha means a lotus flower. Krishna's lotus feet has these 4 signs. Vajrankushadvajasaruruha. What will happen? And then what? Very interesting. Uttunga Rakta Vilasan. And if you see the soles of Krishna's lotus feet, they are reddish. Nakachakravala. And Krishna's nails in the feet, all the nails are dazzling like diamonds, pearls, white pearls. I had never seen that. In Radha Gopinath Mandir also, what we do is on the nails, we put jewelry. So I was memorizing this verse when I was flying from, I was driving from Houston to Dallas. I was memorizing this verse. And I come to Dallas and I go and take darshan of Radha Kalachandji. And amazing, Kalachandji's all nails are visible, dazzling white, and the jewels, those ornaments, they are put behind the nails. So you can clearly see that dazzling nails. Uttunga Rakta Vilasam Nakachakravala. What will happen if you do this meditation? Kapiladev says, Josna means this dazzling light of Krishna's lotus feet and the reddish hue on his soles. You know what that will do? Josna Birahada. It will remove. What will it remove? Josna Birahadam Mahad Hridayandakaram. There is andakar, there is darkness in the heart. That will go away. You know what is the darkness compared? What is dark? Why darkness means what? Ignorance. Right now, we don't have attraction to Krishna because of ignorance, because of darkness in the heart. But if you meditate on Krishna's lotus feet, just like yogis meditate on the tip of the nose, the Buddhists meditate on water, or what all things they meditate. They teach mindfulness, just be present. We meditate on Krishna's lotus feet, but not in the mode of controlling. We are not trying to control Krishna. We want to love Krishna. So we are showing Krishna we are sincere and we meditate. And that removes all the darkness, all the ignorance. And Kapiladev gives many, many amazing techniques. This is one, lotus feet. In another place, he tells his mother, if you really, really want to develop attraction for Krishna, you know what you should do? Hasam Hare Ravanata Kilaloka Shokashusagara Vishoshanamatyudaram Sammohanaya Rachitam Nijamaya Yasya Brumandala Munikrite Makaradvajasya. He says, meditate on Krishna's smile. You see Gopajana Vallabh's smile? Hasam Hare Ravanata Kilaloka Tivra. Intensely meditate on Krishna's smile. What is the first thing he taught us to meditate upon? Lotus feet, and the signs on lotus feet, and the reddish soles, and the dazzling nails. And now he's telling us, smile of Krishna. Hasam Hare Ravanata Kilaloka. What will happen if you do that? Shoka Shrusagara Vishoshanamatyudaram. He says, we all have shoka. Shoka means we all have dukkha, lamentation. And he says, one person's ashru, the tears of lamentation, we all have so much tears. Sagara, one ocean can become, we can make one ocean out of our tears. That much we are suffering in material life. But Kapiladev says, this ocean of tears caused by our crying and because of pain, it dries up. Vishoshana. When we meditate on Krishna's smile, the ocean of tears, Vishoshana Matyudaram, it dries up. Have you seen? I don't know if it gets so hot here in Mumbai in the month of May when I dry my dhoti, I can actually see it drying up at 1 o'clock. The water is just going. That's how the ocean of tears, suffering goes away. It dries up when we meditate on Krishna's smile. Sammohanaya Rachitam Nijamaya Yasya. And Maya will stay away from you. If you take it further, after meditating on Krishna's smile, you meditate on Brumandala Munikrite Makaradvajasya. Brumandala means eyebrows. Meditate on Gopijana Vallabh's eyebrows, his smile, and Makaradvajasya, Cupid, who has come to shoot you with his arrows, and he looks at you, and he's saying, hey, what is he doing? He's looking at someone, and he looks at you, looking at Krishna. So he looks at Krishna, and that arrow gets shot on him only. And Cupid gets shot. He's with the bow and arrow, and that arrow goes to him only. He falls in love with Krishna. So like that, Kapiladev gives many techniques of meditation to get attracted to Krishna. This is a very beautiful canto, third canto. In another verse he says, Dhyanayanam prahasitam bahuladaroštha bhasa runaitatanu dvija kunda pankti Dhyayet swadeha kuhare vasitasya Vishno Bhaktya drayarpitamanana pritag didrikshet. This is after meditating on Krishna's smile, Krishna's eyebrows, Krishna's lotus feet. He says, meditate on Krishna's laughter. I've never seen any painting or photo of Krishna laughing. Prahasitam bahula darosh. And when you do that, what will you see? When you see Krishna laughing in a meditation, what will you see? Which you don't generally see. Teeth of Krishna. Dhyanayanam prahasitam bauladarosha bhasa runaitatanu dvija kunda pankti. It's like a row of pearls. Krishna's teeth are like a row of pearls. I mean, generally, no deities we will see teeth. But there is one deity where you see little bit sometimes. Radharaman. In some photographs you will see teeth. And some photographs you don't see. It's amazing mystical potency of Radharaman. And what will happen when we meditate on Krishna's laughter and Krishna's teeth? Dhyayet swadeha kuhare vasitasya Vishnu. Lord Vishnu, Krishna becomes imprinted in the heart. Bhaktya drayar pitamanana pritag didrikshet. You'll never be deviated from the path of bhakti. So like this, Bhagavatam is giving us a lot of hope. But once again, we want to remember a few things. When Kapiladev is saying, remember Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna's smile, Krishna's eyebrows, Krishna's laughter, Krishna's teeth, it's not in a mood of yogis who try to control Krishna. If you have that mood, then we will not get Krishna. Pantastu koti shatavatsara sampragamyo vayo ratapi manaso munipungavana. You can go at the speed of the mind and still you will not even reach Krishna's toenail. Sopyasti yat prapada simni avichintya tattva. You will not even reach his feet, toenail. Govindamadi purusham tamam. So we are not in that mood. We are in the mood of service. And therefore, Kapiladev says, if we want to develop attraction for Krishna, we meditate on Krishna's lotus feet and hear about Krishna in the association. Satam prasanga mama virya samvido bhavantirit karna rasayana kata tajoshanada shvapavarga vartmani shraddharatir bhaktir anukramishyati. He says, just hear about Krishna in the association of devotees. Bhavanti rit karna rasayana. Rasayana means nectar. Let the nectar of Krishna Katha enter your ear hole. Tajoshanada shvapavarga vartmani. Then we will be fixed on the path of liberation. And Shraddha, Rati and Bhakti, faith, attraction and devotion. Anukramishati, it will automatically follow if you simply get attached to hearing and chanting. So the main thing is to hear. And hearing in association basically also means hearing from a devotee and getting attached to a devotee. Kapiladev's emphatic verdict is, we should get attached to Krishna's pure devotees. Prasangam ajaram pasham kavayo atmano vidu saeva sadhusho kruto mokshadvaram apavrutam. He says, attachments in this world is like ajaram pasham. It's like the noose of a python. Kavayo atmano vidu. Great people have said this, Kapiladev says. But that same attachment, sa eva sadhusho kruto. If the same attachment gets diverted to sadhus, to devotees, mokshadvaram apavrutam. That will free us from all suffering. So like this, so few things Kapiladev is telling us how we can develop attraction for Krishna. One is hearing. Second, meditation. Meditation on lotus feet, smile, eyebrows, laughter, teeth. Then Kapiladev is saying hearing, meditation and association of devotees. And then shelter of a pure devotee. And if we do all of this, then we can get Krishna. Otherwise, it becomes very, very difficult. And also, if you see Bhagavatam, constantly in the entire Bhagavatam, you'll find throughout the emphasis on this: come together and hear. So what we are doing now, this kind of exercise, where we simply hear class, it's a didactic presentation. Many times, nowadays people, because it's a age of stimulation and social media, people have no faith in this kind of process of transmission of Krishna. We want something exciting and stimulating. But actual Krishna is experienced when pure katha is transmitted, and we render submissive oral reception. So therefore, evening classes, Sangha programs, we do all this interactive and all of that. But morning classes, we remain faithful to the process of hearing. So that's where Krishna enters our heart, to that process. And you'll see Bhagavatam is filled with this kind of mood. In fact, there is a very beautiful verse in the first canto. What happens is the sages in Naimisharanya, they ask questions to Sutta Goswami. They ask different questions, like what happened after Krishna left this world. Like that. They ask about what is the ultimate good for everyone, what is the essence of all scriptures, like that. What is the activities of each incarnation? After asking all of those questions, then they're waiting for answer. So Sutta Goswami is about to answer. How he begins the answer? He says, Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadbir loka mangalam yat krita Krishna samprishno enatmasu prasidati. He says, sadhu, excellent question. You are asking great question. Sometimes as a speaker, when somebody asks me a question, and if I don't know the answer, I say, great question. Very good question. Excellent question. Next question now. But Sutta Goswami is not saying like that. He says, excellent question. Why is it excellent question? Bhavadbir loka mangalam. Your question will bring about welfare of human society. Why? Yat krita Krishna samprishno. Your question is connected to Krishna. What will happen if questions are connected to Krishna? Yenatma suprasidati. The soul will be totally satisfied. And Srila Prabhupada writes an amazing purport. He says, the world is filled with questions and answers. And he gives examples of questions and answers. He says, when the bird gets up in the morning, the bird starts asking questions. Where is food? And we go to school, children go to school, there is questions and answers. Man goes to stock market, there is questions and answers. Press reporters are asking questions and seeking answers. Parliamentarians go to the parliament and ask questions and answers. So like that, Prabhupada gives different examples of everybody is asking questions from morning to night. And he says, but nobody is satisfied because these questions are not connected to Krishna. In fact, the sages also say, when Sutta Goswami is answering, they tell him, see, don't do shortcut, don't give small class. Like we tell the speaker, please finish on time. But they are telling him, don't finish on time, go on. Vayam tuna vitripyama uttama shloka vikrame yashrinvatam rasagyanam svadu pade pade. They are telling, oh, we are not at all satisfied. Very interesting. Generally we say, Krishna Katha, we are satisfied. But they are saying, Vayam tuna vitripyama uttama shloka, you are glorifying Krishna. Yashrinvatam rasagyanam, we are getting rasa also and jnana also. Svadu pade pade, every step we are getting more and more taste. We want more. Ye dil mange more. We want more. So, when I hear such statements, I sometimes wonder, why don't I have that taste? I'll tell you, I was hearing one class of Srila Prabhupada recently. And Srila Prabhupada is saying, so, devotee can chant Hare Krishna whole day. And he doesn't feel tired. I said, really? I can't chant whole day. I get tired. Of course, all of you are glorious. All of your glories have increased. I heard how all of you chanted for Namacharya Haridas Thakur's glories and praise and pleasure. You chanted 192 rounds. So ISKCON Farmington Hills is very glorious. So this is not for you. But I sometimes wonder, how can Prabhupada say that devotee can chant whole day? So there are two approaches. One is be fanatic. Prabhupada said devotee can chant whole day and he doesn't get tired. So it's right. And though we don't believe it, they are offending. That is one extreme. The other extreme is, oh, Prabhupada is saying, but it's actually not for us. It's for pure devotees. This is the other extreme. Ideally, what we should do, see, because many of us, what problem we have? We don't have taste in bhakti. We don't even have attraction for Krishna. And we don't even have enthusiasm. So if you say, we should have taste in bhakti, you will say, how can I get taste? The speaker will say, we should be attracted to Krishna. Then you will ask, how to get attracted to Krishna? So we say, you can get attracted if you have enthusiasm. And if you say, Prabhuji, I don't have enthusiasm. How to get enthusiasm? Because when we hear such statement, we get discouraged. Devotee can chant whole day. So how to get enthusiasm? So this is the fourth point. If you don't have enthusiasm, if you have this one quality, then all these statements of Prabhupada and Bhagavatam will make sense eventually. And we will get attracted to Krishna. And that is, we should have a curiosity mindset. Curiosity mindset means, oh, how can Bhagavatam say that if a devotee can chant whole day? How can these sages, after the class is over, after 4 hours of class, they want more? How can somebody, I can't do that, but how can they do that? See, curiosity means basically, when we are curious, we are asking questions and we are open-minded. We are trying to understand. Then things get revealed. Because otherwise our bhakti approach could be casual. And that casual approach becomes committed approach when there is curiosity. And that commitment actually leads to connection with Krishna. So therefore, we need to ask, how can Prabhupada say that? What he must be experiencing? What are devotees experiencing? Because of which they are saying that they don't get tired. This questioning mood, not in an arrogant way, but in a curiosity mood, will make you enlightened. This is how Prince Siddhartha became Gautam Buddha. You know that story? He was told that it was predicted that he will become a great king or a great saint, and his parents ensured that he doesn't get access to any suffering. But one day he went outside the palace and he saw birth, death, old, and he kept asking, what is birth? What is death? That is, so we all can have our Prince Siddhartha moment. If we have that mood of seeking, questioning. That is why children, they pick up things fast. And why we say that, why Bhagavatam says that from childhood we should give Krishna consciousness? Because children have this curiosity mindset. They have this possibility mindset. They are always looking for, bhakti is possible. How it's possible? They ask questions, you've seen. Our India's president, former president of India, APJ Abdul Kalam, he was very popular with children. He used to go and do a lot of programs in different schools. 5,000 plus programs he has done for school children. So he says that children have this possibility mindset. This can be possible. So once one child asked him in front of thousands of people a question, who is the world's first scientist? So Abdul Kalam immediately spontaneously answered one line. And because of that, he got a thunder of applause, which lasted 5 minutes. When the child asked him, who is the world's first scientist? Abdul Kalam said, the child is the world's first scientist. Because the child is always asking, seeking, curious. And he has this possibility mindset. Abdul Kalam says that once one child asked him a question, he always gives beautiful answers to children. But one child's question he could not answer. Because the child asked him, oh, there is a lot of water in Brahmaputra river in Assam. And there is no water in Rajasthan. So why not transfer that water from Assam to Rajasthan? All problem will be solved. But then Abdul Kalam was thinking, how do I tell the child that river is a state issue and transferring river water like that will need center's intervention. So center and state dispute, how do I explain to the child? So for the child, there is no thinking of not possible. Possibility mindset. So do we have a possibility mindset like a child, or are we become so mature and senior that we become cynical and unimpressed with anything good? You know what happens as we get older? We become cynical. Cynical means the sweetness, simplicity of bhakti doesn't attract us. We are like, Okay, we know this. We know that. I know this, Prabhuji. Same shloka you are chanting every class. Jagannath Prabhu has been attending my classes for 10 years plus 15 years. And I'm sure today everything I've spoken has heard before. So if we are having this new attitude, wanting only, we will get bored, cynical. But if a child curiosity mindset, then we'll always be curious to know what is there, how it is like this. Possibility mindset is needed. Otherwise, we'll become cynical, and that is dangerous for our. I remember once I was rushing for Mangalarati. I saw one brahmachari putting tilak at 4 o'clock, and he was singing Hare Krishna. He was singing, and very happily he was smiling. And I just stopped. And in my mind, I was thinking, wow, what a devotee. Morning 4 o'clock is singing Hare Krishna so happily. And then I looked outside the buildings. People are all sleeping in Maya. And look at this blissful brahmachari. And seeing him, I was also smiling like this. And then one of my friends, my colleague in the ashram, who joined with me, who is also very senior, he's been 25 years in the ashram, he patted me. What, you are smiling? I said, look at him. What a pure devotee, what a blissful devotee. He's just absorbed in singing Hare Krishna early morning. And we are trying to wake up, we are struggling. And you know what he said? I know him. He is having severe constipation problem for 1 week. Last night you took a very heavy laxative. So today morning, all his stomach is cleared. So he's feeling light and blissful. That's why he's singing. So now what should I believe? He's right, or I should believe his theory, or I should believe my theory? He could be right. But the point is, choose your right, choose your truth. I would prefer to choose the truth that he is blissful, he is a sweet, simple devotee who loves Krishna. So the point is, we become cynical as we get older. So we need to have this curiosity, possibility mindset, like that innocence of a child. And then Krishna consciousness will make complete sense to us. Krishna sadam upagate jnana dharma bhi saha kalo nashta drishamesha puranarko dhanodita. Bhagavatam says that Krishna has left this world, and along with Krishna, jnana and dharma also left. But Krishna is very kind. Jnana dharma bhi saha, but kalo nashta drishamesha. Kali Yuga, all the vision is lost. But he is very kind. Purana Arka, the son of Bhagavat Puran, has kept it. And this son of Bhagavatam will remove the darkness. Darkness is not simply, blindness. Bhagavatam says you are blind. We think blind means basically we can't see. Bhagavatam says blindness is not simply the inability to see a life beyond our bodily existence. That is also blindness. Inability to see a reality beyond your family is also blindness. So that blindness will go away if you read Bhagavatam, if you hear Bhagavatam. Otherwise, you'll see that people have everything in the Western countries, all luxuries and comforts, but still they are unhappy because the darkness has not gone. The darkness, Prabhupada, I was hearing one lecture of Prabhupada, November 1974, Bombay, amazing lecture. Prabhupada says, all Indians, Gujaratis are sitting. And Gujaratis, to attract them, this money is very attractive. He says, so I just went to American Express Bank, Prabhupada is saying, and I got 15 lakh rupees transferred from America. They gave me 15 lakh rupees. I just received. So 15 lakhs in 1974 must be a big amount. Sorry, not 15, 9 lakh rupees. 9 lakh rupees. Still, that's a big amount. So all the Patels and all these Gujaratis are like, wow, what is Prabhupada saying? And you know why they are giving? Because they are getting something real in Krishna. They have everything in America, but they don't have Krishna. And that's why now they're attracted to Krishna, they're giving money. So what Prabhupada said, he said that light, if you see, it's an amazing point, just understand this. There are many countries in Europe also, in America also, many places where during winter there is no sun. But there is light. There is floodlights and people play football. And in their house also there is light. They watch TV. Light is there, but sunlight is not there. So what happens when there is a lot of light but no sunlight? There is a disease called SAD, S-A-D, seasonal affective disorder. 48 to 55% of people in all these American states where sun doesn't rise during winter, and in all European countries where sun is not there in winter, 48 to 55% of people suffer from seasonal affective disorder, which is a depression caused because of no sun. But you may say, but there is light. Light is there, but sunlight is different. So in that lecture, Prabhupada says, so material opulence is there, that is like light, but Krishna is the sun. That is a very, very important point. Without Krishna, we may have everything, still that loneliness will not go. You may say, but we are Indians, we know Bhagavatam, we have Krishna. Why Indians are not taking up? The sun is there for India, but still why they are not? Darkness is not going. Because, Prabhupada said in that lecture, because Indians have put curtain in their house and they have put cloth on their eyes. And they are saying, show us sun. We are telling, please remove the cloth from your eyes. Please remove the curtain. We are saying, no, first show me the sun, then I will remove the curtain. No, first I have to remove the... So Prabhupada says, basically humility. He says, Indians need humility, Westerns need Bhagavatam. They need to know about Krishna and we need humility. In that lecture, he is saying like that. So two problems. First, there is no sun. And if there is sun, there is stubbornness. We have covered our eyes. Therefore, Prabhupada would always quote this verse, Om Ajnana Timrandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya. Remove the cataract of the eyes. Srila Prabhupada's famous quote, he would always quote Sanatana Goswami, was a Prime Minister of Bengal. He comes in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he says, Gramya Vyavahara Pandita Korimani Apanara Hita Kichui na Jani. Oh my dear Lord, everybody calls me great Pandit and I'm such a fool that I believe them, but I don't know what is good for me, what is bad for me. Keami Kene Amar Jara Tapatre. Who am I? Why am I suffering? Please reveal to me. This mood of humility is needed when we come in Bhagavatam class. When we come for Krishna consciousness, Satsanga, this desire to understand and learn. But we are stubborn, that way we don't access. So therefore, if you have this mood, then everything in Bhagavatam will make sense and our attraction to Krishna will be revived. So to conclude, today we began by discussing different examples of people who are attracted to Krishna. We discussed Muslim boy in Paris, Russian boy, girls, small girls, animals, bees, deer, they are all attracted to Krishna. And for us to revive our attraction to Krishna, because we're reading third canto, we discuss different verses that Kapiladev tells us how we can attract to Krishna. He says by hearing Krishna Katha. Second, he says by meditating on Krishna's lotus feet, which has the four signs of thunderbolt, elephant goat, flag and lotus flower. Then he says we should meditate on Krishna's smile, then Krishna's eyebrows, Krishna's laughter, Krishna's teeth. And then he says, all this should happen in the association of devotees, with shelter of pure devotees, because material attachment is entangling like a python's noose, but devotee association will release us from that. And then after that, we discussed how when we hear Bhagavatam, like the sages in Naimisharanya, they're telling Sutta Goswami, that when we ask questions and hear about Krishna, we become completely satisfied and we want to hear more and more and more. And for that, we discussed we need to have taste. If we don't have taste, we need to be attracted to Krishna. If not attracted to Krishna, we need to have enthusiasm. If no enthusiasm also, curiosity. And if you say, Prabhuji, how to become curious? That is also curiosity only. But I don't have answer for that. So if you have curiosity mindset like the children, then we can be attracted to Krishna. Otherwise, we'll become cynical. We'll become not impressed like that brahmachari friend of mine. Right? So we concluded by discussing how Krishna attraction will happen when we read Bhagavatam, which is like the sun, which will remove all darkness. But sometimes we have no Bhagavatam, but we have lot of opulence. Prabhupada compared that with having lot of light, but no sun. That loneliness will not go. And even if there is Bhagavatam, we are not attracted means we have not removed the curtain, the cloth from our eyes. When we practice Krishna consciousness in this mood of humility, which Srila Prabhupada is talking about, then we will attract Krishna's love in our heart. Any questions or comments regarding today, what we have discussed?
No question, Rosie. Thank you very much for a wonderful example. I really getting on the sunlight and light. We know it, but we don't relate it. And then
Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.